again came in second place, and I came in second place in individuals. So I just really love getting second place. Actually do though. I think it's a great place to be because when you're a speed puzzler, there are so many different types of puzzles. I mean, even in wooden puzzles, you have like the Art Deco images all the way up to, spray painted dots everywhere, It's just so different. So every time you're given a speed puzzle, you don't know what the image is going to be. Typically, they let you know the brand and the piece count, but you could be getting a photograph of a bunch of blue patio chairs, not like I've had that experience, or you could be getting a 1,000-piece futuristic landscape of the Boston skyline. I mean, it's totally could be anything. So I feel like getting second place might seem a little disappointing, not getting first, but being able to get second place in such a wide variety of puzzles, I'm really proud of myself for that. So sorry, little brag there. I'm very proud of that. So thank you. Since a lot of you, how many of you haven't done a speed puzzle contest before? Okay, yeah. So a good amount of you. Since a lot of you haven't, I was going to open up the floor to questions and get some answers, maybe some speed puzzling tips. And then if you aren't already in a team that have signed up for the puzzle contest, we'll set you up into teams and then see if there's any spots extra for maybe some people to jump in.
Sarah?
But yes.
No, we're a team and we're amazing. Bad. Can we be a team too?
Yeah.
Can you
Repeat the question?
She was just wondering about setting up teams later, so we'll address that after the Q&A about if you have questions about speed puzzling at all or anything, and then we'll set up the teams after that.
Is it a goal to be the worst team?
It could be, I'm just gonna say the first place team gets some custom trophies made by Chris Yates, so very exciting. They're very good. I'm so jealous. When he showed us the trophies, I was like, oh, can I not host the puzzle competition? So that I can maybe win that? Conrad.
In the world, is there standard surface that all companies have on, or is it just?
Yeah. So for the competitions, you're actually getting very similar to this folding table, 6 foot. Usually are getting half of the table for individuals and pairs, sometimes for 500. At nationals, we have two pairs completing a 1,000-piece puzzle on each side on one of these tables. So, I mean, you're dealing with very cramped spaces sometimes, but it does add to the, yeah, do you have a comment on that?
Well, I just noticed if you don't have smooth surfaces. So.
Yeah. The tag board didn't fit in my suitcase, so you guys would just puzzle it on the lovely black background. If you wanted to take it off, I'm not sure what's under. You don't want to take it off. No, it's gross under there. I would say puzzling on the black surface will be easiest, but in Worlds and Nationals and everything, they use a black tablecloth with a piece of tag board over it. You can get off the tag board for your, you can put your pieces on the tablecloth, but most people assemble their puzzle on the tag board, and the tag board does have to stay on the table in those competitions. Yeah, so people always ask me, and I made a shirt for it for Worlds last year. They say, how do you puzzle so fast? And on the back, it just says, I just put the pieces together. Like I used to not have any tips and tricks. Tips for today, I would recommend flip all the pieces over, dump it on the table, flip them all over. I know that sounds kind of basic, but it's really hard to see puzzle when you're sifting through the box. So flip them all over on your table. Sometimes it's not easiest to start with the edge. I can't remember the exact edges on this image, but sometimes when you have maybe it's a fine art image and the frame is included in the picture, you don't want to start with that gold gilded frame because you're going to be sitting there for 40 minutes trying to put the frame together when you can put the inside together and use those context clues of the piece shapes on the inside to finish your border. And some puzzles, especially in cardboard and in wooden puzzles, they'll throw those trick edges in there. So you'll think that a piece might be an edge piece, but it goes on the inside of the puzzle. So sometimes it's not always great to start with the edges. And then if you're getting stuck, especially when you're on a team, the best thing to do is ask someone else if they're stuck and switch places. Because if you're just focused on that one area of a puzzle and you can't get it together, it really is helpful to switch around and come back to it later or have someone else take a look at it and then come back to it. So don't get hung up on one area if it's getting stuck. Those are kind of my biggest tips, I would say. Perfect. Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll get started. Perfect. So if you are competing in the speed puzzling competition and you already have your team, or if you don't have your team, Let's sit down at all these tables. So each table will have 2 teams at it. So 3 people at one end, 3 people at the other. So sit with your team if you have a team already, and then if you don't, let's like meet up here. I think we should leave them on just in case there's something that happens. Sorry. You have to have a handicap. What? Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah, if you want to make a team name, you can. You don't have to. That's fine. But be right there. 60
Oh yeah, this is a good way for me to celebrate.
Okay, we're going to go over rules.
I'm gonna go put this next
All
one
right,
up.
everyone, listen. So the rules, and then we're going to pass out the puzzles, and then I have to cut them all open because I totally didn't do that ahead of time. Forgot that they were already sealed. So rules are basically don't be mean to each other. So stay at your half of the table, no yelling or shouting, keep it, low key. This is actually getting a little bit more really good trophies, so I'm excited. The very important what? Yes. Yes. So the puzzle is around 300 pieces. Oh, it's 156. It's 156, guys. This will be great. It's something. I thought it was 300. It used to be. Yeah, we made it small. So it's an easier image than last year, in case you were here last time. But there is something special at the end. That to complete the puzzle, you need to finish the something special at the end, and you will figure that out as you put the puzzle together. You can totally feel free to use your cell phone lights to help if the lighting is not good in here. Just make sure you're not ruining the lighting for the teams next to you or shining lights in the eyes of anyone here. It does happen a lot in libraries. And then the other rules are just wait to flip the box over until we do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The image is on it, so that will be a little bit helpful, but it won't help you with the extra part at the end. And then when you are close to finishing, if for some reason I am not near your table, definitely try to flag me down or just yell done really loud and I'll get your time down and come over and write it on your little card. I'm going to collect those cards and we're going to have the winners announced during our final banquet tonight. If you need to take pictures of the box to zoom in so you can see better, that's totally fine as well. This is a very casual puzzle contest. It's not like those where I'm going to come around and measure your tables and everything like that. It's very wild. This is casual. So we're going to hand out the puzzles. I'm going to slice them open. If you have a pocket knife or something and want to slice your own open, awesome. There's a little cut line that shows on there. And then your team, you get to keep your puzzle at the end. So you can decide who on your team will keep the puzzle. And I do believe that I have coupons for everyone else. I got to double check on that, but I'm pretty sure I have coupons for Artifact, who is the sponsor of this contest. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it here tonight, which is very sad. But if you would like to try out their puzzle and are not part of the contest, I have some samples of theirs as well that you can pick up after. Anyone can have. So, cool. Any questions at all? You can ask us as we walk around. Cool. So pause and we'll get. Okay, does everybody have a puzzle? Everybody has their puzzle sliced open. Okay. Timers, are you ready? Okay, so we're gonna count down from 5 and you go on puzzle. You can all count down together. So we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Puzzle!
Yes. It is one vote. If somebody wins by one vote, I'll personally blame you.
Alrighty.
But
Alrighty.
Woohoo!
34-33. Good job, you guys. And
Good job.
winners of the senior division.